the one and only Darren Green Show. And just like that, welcome again to the Darren Green Show, your weekly dose of pop culture news, music, social media gossip, and reality TV. Please be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel by now, girl, what we doing? Subscribe to that goddamn channel. And also to the audio listeners, hey, be sure to leave a rate and review. We love those. I'm going to be real honest. I'm sorry if you're hearing like background noises and knocking and breaking. They're working on whatever they're working on at the next house, honey. I live in a row house, unfortunately, so that means I hear everybody else's situations. So if you hear anything, I'll try to edit a lot of the stuff out in post, but I'm just letting y'all know. Hey, where are you radio listeners? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 6 a.m. over there, and it's probably 12 p.m. Eastern Standard for the rest of y'all tardies, okay? I don't have much of a week report. Nothing really was going on this week other than working and doing content in between and planning and doing all this other stuff. We're getting very close to March, which I believe the second weekend is when Real Housewives of Atlanta starts. So we're going to start doing those recaps. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, this will be featured on the podcast as well for the audio listeners as well. So it's going to be something extra that you'll get like throughout the weeks of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We'll see how it goes, okay? Like I said, nothing really else is going on. I mean, I was looking at a bunch of stuff. I was how I like to save my posts that be on IG and stuff like that. Girl, y'all heard about this dang plane crash that happened last week? Girl, when the plane flipped upside down. So this Delta plane was coming into the Toronto airport, I believe. I don't know what the airport was called, but they was coming into Toronto. And the plane literally crash landed and flipped upside down. Girl, looking at that thing, it reminded me, remember that movie that Denzel Washington did back in the day called Flight? It gave very much that. The plane was upside down. Well, come to find out, Delta is paying those survivors $30,000. As you can see here, there's already this person right here talking about how that's simply just not enough and that he almost was out of this world, literally because of this plane crash. I mean, you can see him in the other shot right there with a neck brace on. $30,000. Let me tell you something. I'm taking that $30,000 and I'm suing Delta with that money to get more money. Like, y'all need to give me $100K at least, at the very least, but $30,000, that's a couple of rent payments. That's a couple of car notes. You know what I'm saying? Like $30,000 is a lot of money. Let's be very clear. I'm not down in $30,000, but at the end of the day, like, Delta is a company that's been around for a long time, and this situation that could have been easily avoided. Well, I wouldn't say easily avoided. I don't know how aviation works and all that other stuff. It probably was something that really went down. But at the end of the day, I need to be paid for my troubles. Like, these people probably got PTSD. These people probably have some outstanding like injuries that is not gonna just go away with just a quick little $30,000. So let me tell you something. Anybody that was in that plane, all need to sue in tandem. Okay, and I know them lawyers are right there, those survivors. Let me tell you something. You can get more, and I can help you. Like, y'all better lawyer up, because I'm sorry, $30,000 is not enough. And then what is going on with these plane crashes? Let me tell you something. This is not like the page that is going to down or stop anybody from going on a plane. I'm telling you, I ain't getting on a plane no time soon, because, you know, I already got like phobias of planes. So the fact that this situation has happened, they're saying that there was like 80 different situations that happened this year, and we're only in the second month dealing with the planes. I'm like, y'all can have that. I'm not flying. I'll be taking a train, or I'll be driving, or I'll just be staying the hell home, because ain't no way in the world you ain't gonna catch me up in there. But I will say the statistics, like, you're more likely to die from a car crash than a plane crash. So that is something to say. That's still a fact to this day. But at the end of the day, I just, me personally, y'all can go ahead and do that. Y'all go ahead, go over there and do that. I ain't going on no plane. Not for the foreseeable, okay? Anyway, we can get started with today's show. We have a lot to get into. I want to talk about A$AP Rocky and him getting acquitted. We'll also talk about Simon Guobadia being detained by ICE. I also want to talk about this Twitch streamer that basically got banned from Twitch, but apparently he came back on. We'll get into that a little bit later. We also got to talk about how the Barbz is coming for Doechii. All that and a whole lot more coming up on the Darren Green Show, okay? Now, we can start with our story with Mr. ASAP now. Shout out to ASAP. He has been acquitted. And to be honest, I really did not want to see this man go to jail because I always felt like the story was a little shaky. I don't know, like this old time friend that you grew up with and was in the same crew, you got into it and then you shot the man. I don't know. I always felt like there was something off with this story, but I'm gonna give you the rundown of what went down and then I'll give you guys my thoughts. Okay, so it says that A$AP Rocky was acquitted last Tuesday, putting arrests to a case that hung over him for years and threatened to derail his life and career. Now, Rocky was charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm filed after a November 2021 incident in which a former friend said that the rapper shot him in Hollywood, grazing his knuckles. Now, Rocky has been free on bail since 2022, since his arrest, but faced immediate incarceration if he would have been convicted. Rocky pleaded not guilty, rejected a plea deal that would have involved very little time in jail, and he also opted to not testify during his case. The case was definitely one of those cases where A$AP Relli, what are we saying? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Because a lot of the stuff in your testimony, your original testimony, was not reciprocated when y'all actually went to court. And A$AP Relli has been interviewed or tried to be interviewed on TMZ, not on TMZ, but the people that be outside asking questions. Like they were asking many different questions to him when he was like after the case and like, how do you feel? And what does this mean for you now? What are you going to do next? And this, that, and the third. He basically ignores the people. But apparently TMZ was able to catch a post and delete Insta story post from A$AP Relli, right? Basically saying gossiping is a form of entertainment for people who have no meaningful goals or purpose in life. Hate me, bring me shame, say bad things about me. I don't care. Your existence doesn't add value to my life.
Good for you!
Like, okay, we'll get into that comment a little bit later. But there has been a push for the DA to go after A$AP Relli for the alleged perjury after his testimony was rejected by the jury. But he said he's not bothered by it. It's a lot of people calling him like a liar and a snitch and stuff like that. He got Donkey of the Day from Charlamagne the God over there at the Breakfast Club. I mean, the man is really going through it. And I would like to say rightfully so. Because A$AP was about to, if convicted, he would have went away from 24 years. 24 years from not seeing his kids because you got into an altercation with him and he scared you with a damn prop gun. Because that's what it was. It wasn't no real gun. And they caught you in so many lies that even some of the jurors was doing interviews with TMZ basically saying that the evidence was just not there. Him going back to the crime scene and picking up the shell casings and then giving the shell casings like 2 days later, saying that he gave it to him in a paper bag. When the cops reported he gave it to him in a black plastic bag or whatever. They got text messages of Relli basically talking about him getting like gloating about getting paid from A$AP, like he going basically on some extortion type shit. We have recorded phone calls of him claiming that he would stop participating in the case if A$AP pays him money. You're a clout chaser. You wanted money. You had your little sit down or your little altercation with A$AP and then go your route. And he probably was just going to leave you alone. And an altercation broke out. You didn't even tell the cops that you had a knife in your hand. So you were trying to cut up. You get what I'm saying? Basically, in a nutshell, the evidence was just not there, okay? And Relli now is trying to drag the media and call people that report on his apparent lies in desperation, saying that we lack meaningful lives. I think that's really ironic because if you had a meaningful life, you wouldn't be panhandling A$AP/Rihanna's money. Because your career never took off. And that's just what it is. That's really what it is right now. If I don't tell y'all nothing, watch the company that you have around you. Okay, because you can have friends with somebody that you knew way back when and oh, we went to school together and we started from the bottom, now we here. Because that's what this story really was about. Like basically, from my little bit of research on this, and I didn't even know about this, but A$AP is a crew. I don't know if it's like a crew of like creators and stuff like that. Relli brought A$AP Rocky to the fold. A$AP Rocky blew up because we know A$AP Rocky. We don't know any other the A$APs. We don't know any of them. Okay, we just know ASAP Rocky. Apparently, that made Relli mad, and that's why they had a rift in their relationship, and which led to this situation. Yeah, stuff like that happens all the time. Like people, like sometimes when your friends bring you into a group and you elevate in that group, or you meet more people, or because you brought this one friend to this person, now they're hanging out, and sometimes maybe they're hanging out without you, or you're able to network and create a name for yourself, whatever the case is. And the friend that brought you into it, they get a little jealous because it's just like, damn, like I brought you into this and now you ain't even trying to do nothing with me. You're not even trying to hang. Like people get a little jealous with that. I mean, I feel bad that ASAP had to go through this, but you also got to keep definitely from now on. He probably understands now that you have to watch the company that, that you're with, because not everybody is for you. Not everybody wants to see you shine, and they just want to leech off of you, because that's basically what this was. It's a leech. But I'm glad he got out of it. We saw him jumping for joy and jumping at Rihanna. And Rihanna got into it with some of the interviewers too, because when they were outside, and I guess somebody had asked a question, she was like, well, mind you, calm down. I'm like, I know that's right. Rihanna's a supporting wife. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to see. A lot of people was trying to spin it too. I remember when this whole situation first came out, a lot of people were trying to spin these celebrities, they always be they try it with regular people, and then they know, because they know that they're powerful. That's not the situation. I'm big on celebrities need to regulate their power and understand that they have the power to really do some damage to people. I definitely believe that's true. I don't think that was this case. You get what I'm saying? I think that this person was trying to start with him and get a rise out of him. And once he got that rise, now he wanted to cry, oh, he assaulted me. I need to sue. I need money. And then you blame the media for your bullcrap. You lied. You had no evidence. And you looked a fool, okay, arguing back and forth with the lawyers. The judge had to shut him up. Like, he was like going back and forth, like arguing with, that's not how you conduct business here. That's not how you conduct yourself in the court and expect a jury to give a crap about you. You get what I'm saying? So kudos to ASAP. Let me give him another bone. And we will see what happens, child. We'll keep you posted if anything else comes up from this, but I think we're pretty much we're over it. And I'm off this topic. I want to talk about Simon Guobadia. Okay. Deportation. Girl, let me
Good for you.
Girl, okay. I gotta read this little excerpt and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Now, apparently, in a new installment of Who the F Did I Marry? Okay, Portia Williams' estranged husband, Simon Guobadia, was detained by ICE last week. Guobadia, born in Nigeria, came to the U.S. in 1982 and overstayed his visa after multiple legal issues, including fraud charges. He was deported in 1992, but returned shortly after. He applied for U.S. citizenship in 2016, but was denied. His recent detainment linked to an ongoing deportation efforts under the Trump administration. Well, yeah, we knew that was happening. Guobadia's public image has been affected, especially after Portia's filing for divorce in 2024 following a 15-month marriage. Williams received temporary sole possession of their home, allowing her to continue the Real Housewives of Atlanta filming. The couple had a prenuptial agreement, and the divorce proceedings are still underway. Guobadia's situation remains in flux as he faces possible deportation once again. And let me tell you something about Portia. Portia seen this coming, okay? She made an IG post, right? It was after like Simon made like a post talking about like a victory that he received from some court. It was something that he said something like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that one court case won or something like that. And then right after it, Portia made this little Insta story post basically saying, it's disheartening to see my estranged husband make choices that have led to this outcome. At this moment, my priority is moving forward with my family. Now, this was a couple days ago, but I have reason to believe that Portia knew exactly what was going on, child. And at the end of the day, when the going gets tough, you make that anonymous tip to ICE. Okay, Portia, I definitely believe Portia is definitely behind this. He should have been deported for the way that he been acting. He ain't got no visas, running amok. Oh no, Portia definitely, She definitely made that anonymous tip. Let's be very clear. And I don't blame her because this man has been whipping her ass in court left and right. Let's not forget that he sued her for defamation after claiming he has like an erectile dysfunction, and how he got the courts to allow them to actually not allow Bravo or people that's in that community to really tape and talk about the situation that's been going on between these two and their marriage. Basically giving Portia no storyline, possibly causing Portia to have these little fake rifts and beefs with these people on the show just to make up for the fact that she cannot talk about her marriage. It kind of derailed Portia. And now it's at the point where he's detained. He's not going to be able to do anything. And see if they are going to, because I feel like this is going to work perfect into Portia's like situation, because if he's detained and let's say they start to be watching Housewives of Atlanta and they're getting into the things and they're getting into the marriage things, I think it's a loophole here because he can't do nothing because he's detained, and we can talk about him all he wants. But I mean, I don't know. I think that it's definitely going to work for Portia in the long run. At the same time, Simon, you put yourself in the spotlight. And that's what I don't understand. Like, you had this public divorce. You should have settled amicably and divorced, bowed out, went into the shadows. You wanted to keep it going. You wanted to be a stunt queen and go on social media and go on Insta stories and drag Portia, drag her family, and do this other stuff. And Portia's just returning the favor. You played into Portia's game. And that's why I said to my best friend the other day, I said, that Portia be acting dumb. Portia ain't really dumb. And I think he probably looked at her like, oh, she ain't smart. She's not going to. Portia had the last laugh. That girl is not freaking dumb. Y'all be thinking she dumb. She's not dumb. She knows what the hell she's doing. And she waited for the opportunity to present itself, and it did. Okay. But also with Simon again, when you play these reindeer games, that's what's going to happen. You've been doing all this since the 80s. You not renewing your visa, getting arrested on credit card fraud, you deciding to even go on reality TV with your then wife. Shout out to Fallon. Shout out to Fallon, because this got to be Fallon's revenge. Like, you had your wife on a show, right? Had this girl come into your house, size you up, size the house, size everything up. Y'all get divorced, and then you marry the person that was on the show. Like that, do y'all remember that? Like when Fallon came on the show, and then Portia, like basically, that was Fallon's. At one point, Fallon and Portia were friends. I don't care what Portia likes to say, they were friends. She brought Portia into her house, and Portia was sizing up that house, sizing up that man. Okay, for the next season, or not even the next season, after the season, her now being with Simon, and then they end up getting married and all that other stuff. That was some wild stuff that you pulled, that you were a part of, Simon. And you ain't think that people's looking at you like, oh, hold on, let me check his standing here in America. See, ciao. It's messy, but you know, this is what you wanted. This is what y'all wanted. And now, I mean, you're getting deported. I think it's messed up because I don't want to gloat at the fact that anybody getting deported. Let me be honest. Okay, I don't want to be that person, but I'm just saying, you do a lot of stupid shit and you think that you're untouchable. And you think that, oh, because you made all this money or you did all this or whatever, this, that, and the third, that you're at a different financial standing. So you think that you're like untouchable. But no, bro. You get what I'm saying? You should have laid low. You should have laid low. Like I just said, you should have had settled with her, amicably give her. At this point, you can get another house. Give her the damn house. Because look, I know Portia was fighting tooth and nail for that damn house. And I know why. That house look nice. You see that house? And it's in her possession now. All that fighting, all that hooping and hollering, and the house is in her possession. Yeah, she scammed you. Yeah, she scammed you. You didn't get that? That is a city girl, okay? I ain't gonna call Portia no city girl. Because I feel like, look, did she marry this man for money? Hell yeah. And for materialistic reasons, hell yeah. Like, come on, let's not be. But you gave it to her like you just didn't see the red flags. And that's like unfortunate for you. But, you know, you live and you learn. You play super games. You win super prizes. That's really that on that, honey. And I'm off this topic because I wanted to get into this other topic that happened this week about this streamer by the name, what's his name, child? Deshae Frost. Okay, let me get a picture of him, child. Okay. He recently got banned off of Twitch. Well, now I heard that he's back on and he apologized and all that, right? I got the video. But we're not going to show the video. But basically, he's a streamer and he got backlash because he was in Target pranking people. And one of the people that he pranked was this young girl that was on the phone with her mom. And he was going around, like I said, I'm going to paraphrase everything because I can't really repeat everything because the stuff that was saying, it was like real messed up. Like he said he will do things to her sexually and basically said you look good and basically hitting on her, right? Hitting on her while she's on the phone with her mom. And then later on in the video, the brother was there. And basically the brother was cursing him out. Apparently this other TikTok creator by the name of E. Kane or E. Stain, because girl, E. Kane was on there basically trying to like she wasn't egging it on, but she was like definitely like when the brother was coming up and pressing the streamer, like she was like, okay, it's a prank. Like, why are you taking it so serious? It's that and the third. And it's come to find out this girl that he harassed, because that's what it is, it's not a prank, it's harassed. This girl is like 14 to 15. This is a young girl. And this grown man was hitting on her. Like, that's certified lover boy, certified, you know what? You get what I'm saying? So that happened. He got banned from Twitch. And then I think like a day later, because this is definitely a day later, he got back on, well, he got his Twitch account back and he made an apology. So I guess that was an agreement, like you got to apologize and all that stuff, or we gonna keep your stuff. With these social media apps, at the end of the day, if you make money for these social media apps and streaming apps, stuff like that, like they don't want you to go, but they have to stick to their guidelines and stuff and be like, all right, nigga, well, you gotta, you better apologize or you ain't never come back on this thing again. He apologized and here's what he had to say.
I don't know your name or I don't know anything, but I'm deeply sorry for how that went about. And even me just saying that, I definitely shouldn't have said that to you. Definitely. And I just feel like, especially you being on the phone with your mom and I just knowing how people, sometimes some pranks can be taken too far and like that. But I didn't think much of it. I was just, you know what I'm saying? We was a little late. I was just trying to do shit for the stream or whatever. And sometimes, you know, some people some people are not just meant for the camera. Some people don't want that. Some people don't want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't got time for games. They don't got time for games. And I respect that. So I shouldn't have said that to you. And I deeply apologize for it. And I'm sorry that your mom had to hear that. I'm sorry that your brother had to hear. I'm sorry that your family probably has seen that. And deeply, I am sorry though. For real. I haven't got a chance to talk to her or anything.
Okay. So anyway, my whole thing with the situation is this is why I don't physically shop. Cause you motherfuckers are weird. That's why I get myself curbside. Cause I don't want to deal with people. And I never understood the whole pranking, content creating culture. Oh, let me prank this. Like, I get it if it's like staged and stuff like that, if it's planned or whatever, this, that, and the third, that's one thing. But like when you are going after like random people and saying like the things that you're saying, it's weird. Like, and what possesses y'all to prop up a camera, record or go live or whatever and start harassing random people? Like, that just never was entertaining to me. Why are people watching this? I'm getting into the consumers now. Why do y'all get into this content? It's just a bunch of weirdos left and right. Girl, E. Kane, you have no morals. You have no morals. I'm just now finding out about this girl because I know there's other creatives and stuff like that talked about her, but this is my first experience with her because I don't really get into her content. I don't get into the deplorable content. But I'm just like, girl, like, you not a girl's girl. What the hell? That's weird. That's a little strange, but I don't know, child. Y'all will tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, honey. But that was something that came up this week. Another topic, because we have a lot of topics to get into. I feel like I'm just flying past the show. A lot of the Barbz is coming for Doechii this week. See, now I feel like I talk about this all the time on TikTok, but I never get a chance to talk about this on YouTube, how I really want to talk about this, right? So a few fans, and a few Nicki fans is calling out Doechii. They believe that the rapper is imitating Nicki Minaj and getting praised for it. Now, I believe that the hate that she got this week really came from this song that she did. It's called Extra L. It's with this other artist. And let me show y'all the video, chat. I'm not going to play the music because obviously we're not trying to get a copyright claims, okay? But basically, the mannerisms, as you can see with this video, the mannerisms is definitely Nicki is giving Roman. I think her Nosebleed song also was tapping into Nicki a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Nicki, the Nicki influence is definitely there with Doechii. Like, I'm not, like, let's really talk. Like, I'm not saying that's not true. It was given very much bottoms up. So here's some of the tweets that people were saying, like, I think Doechii intentionally copies Nicki and Azalea Banks, then plays dumb. Girl, what? Now, I can definitely see Azalea Banks. I see Azalea Banks a little bit more than Nicki, but that's just me. Somebody else said my problem is with Doechii is that I don't see Doechii. I see Nicki Minaj or Doja Cat. Hell, I even see Kendrick Lamar. So where is Doechii, if I may ask? Doechii said Nicki Minaj is an artist that inspired her to rap, which explains why she copies Nicki so much. Oh, Lord. Doechii and Doja about to have a Nicki off on their next projects while Nicki is pretending to go to Jamaica and Barbz are gonna lose their damn minds. They're forcing Doechii on us. Wait till y'all find out why Nicki was on every song in 2010 and 2013. Do y'all know how her music works? Or y'all just want to have Twitter opinions? Doechii went to the Nicki school and still in every song. So, like I said, everybody's making their tweets and stuff like that. It's been going on for a good week now. A couple weeks, actually. Ever since the Grammys. I'm going to be honest. Ever since she got that Grammy, these stan accounts have been foaming at the mouth of saying that Doechii does not deserve, or she's not deserving of any of these awards. Here's my thing. And y'all going to hate what I'm going to say, but it has to be said. It has to be said. You Barbz be really pissing me off. Not all of you, okay? Because there are what I like to call conscious Barbz that, and I'm mutuals with these people on TikTok. And there's a valid critique here. Because we see that Doechii is being herself. We see that Doechii is being eccentric and playing on to different cadences and flows and having fun and having these alter ego-esque type vibes in her music. And the same thing that Nicki did back in the day was she was dragged for it. Okay? So now that, Nicki was dragged for it, now the new girl's doing it and she's getting praised for it. I think that people are saying that it's unfair. There's people because there are Barbz that really do Doechii, let's be very clear. And probably ones that's talking crap like Doechii as well, but they stopped liking Doechii after she got the nominations. Because everybody ignored her mixtape when it first dropped. Nobody cared about that music coming out. I did, because I did my low review, I did my reaction, loved it. I think that was the better female rap albums of the year. And I don't care what nobody says. It just is what it is. But nobody paid attention to that mixtape until she got nominated. She got nominated. That's when that's when people started saying, oh, that's when we got the whole, oh, she raps like Harriet Tubman type vibes. And like I said, these are from pages. I like to hope that these pages that are on Twitter are not from Black people. Like, these are non-Black people talking about this, non-Black women especially, like, talking about this, because y'all cannot sit there and say that she makes Harriet Tubman music. What does that even mean, right? There's this thing that every time there's a female rapper that is coming up off the ranks, the standum has a problem. A lot of the times, these girls are trying to come after Nicki. Let's be clear, like Lotto. There's a lot of other people that kind of turned on Nicki. Let's be very clear. And I understand Barb's hesitation on supporting these girls. But in this case, y'all picking fights with anybody. And y'all picked a fight with Doechii because she got the Grammy nom. And she ended up winning. That's the only reason why y'all mad. Y'all didn't care about Doechii before. Like, y'all actually got into her music when she was, when she first came out. And I have to say this about the Barbz. Do y'all know who y'all really look like right now? Y'all look like Lil' Kim fans. And I hate that for y'all. I hate that for her, because I hate it when back in the day, because you know what I like to call myself? I'm a veteran Barb. So I have definitely, I've watched Nicki's career grow from the very beginning back to the mixtape days all the way up until now. And I remember every time she came out with something, every time she came out with a look, an appearance, a music video, a new song, a rap feature, or whatever, here come the Lil' Kim fans and Lil' Kim saying, oh my goodness, she's copying off Lil' Kim. Like, she's a swagger jagger. Like, y'all remember that phrase, swagger jagger? So corny. But they used to call Nicki that. And it was weird. And then like Lil' Kim played on to it, which made her look even more just like desperate and just like a sore loser. Like y'all look like Lil' Kim fans. And that's like, I hate to see history repeat itself, but that's what it's looking like. And that's why I like how Nicki is just not really talking. Like she's making her little pose. She's doing her little thing. She don't got nothing to do with this. She don't know Doechii. Doechii don't know her. Doechii has spoke her name in the past, basically saying like she's one of the inspirations. I looked at it as homage. I didn't look at it as copying. Because let's be very clear. Yes, with the different cadences and flows and stuff like that, it is reminiscent of Nicki, but she made it into her own flavor. Doechii has her own sound. And I think y'all are just seeing, like, anytime like a person just wants to express themselves differently, it's always, oh, she's trying to copy Nicki or she's trying to jack Nicki. I just don't, I don't get it. Doechii, she may in the beginning, and in retrospect, if we want to get into the whole Lil' Kim thing, like, in the beginning, like, there was definitely like a clear, like, in the beginning of Nicki's career, there was definitely like a clear inspiration of Lil' Kim. But as she grown into her own artistry, she became her own. Like, by the time she got to her first album, that was nothing but Nicki. That was her thing. This girl dropped a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is definitely, I think she's still trying to find herself as an artist. But I don't, for some people to say that, oh, they're forcing us on Doechii and stuff like that. Nobody's forcing you to listen to anything. No, people mess with Doechii. No, people really mess with Doechii. And also for people to sit there and say, oh, they're only doing this because it's dark skin sympathy or something like that, or because she's dark skinned, so they got to prop her up just because she's dark skinned. Like, it's, you know, how y'all be sounding like DEI. Oh my God, woke, force, diversity, and all. Y'all sound like them damn Republicans that be talking about DEI and stuff. Like, y'all just getting anybody in. But Doechii is a really talented artist. I love Nicki to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with Nicki. That's my girl. This, that, and the third. And I'm so glad that she's not playing onto this, because girl, do not look like Lil'. Please don't do a Lil' Kim. Please do not do a Lil' Kim. She is very unbothered by this. Thank goodness. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that it's just weird. It's a whole lot of weird shit going on. It's really, and it's not just the Barbz. Like, I don't want to single out the Barbz, because I know some of y'all gonna be mad at me. But like, it really is all the standum. Like, I was seeing like Lady Gaga stands dragging Katie, because they said, oh, Gaga got her nachos back and Katie is still like flopping. We got Taylor stands, a couple for Beyonce saying that, oh my God, them ticket sales is not like Eras Tour. We got Beehive coming for the Barbz. Like, y'all, I think standum is really ruining pop culture. And I mean that full stop. You get what I'm saying? Stan culture is definitely ruining pop culture, because now it's like a pissing contest between all the stans. And it's like the general public, which I guess in this instance, I am the general public, because I don't really subscribe to anybody stan. Like, I am fans of artists, but I don't subscribe to the cult that is stan. The general public is looking at that and says, you know what? We don't even want to deal with this artist, because really, y'all fans is really what's turning me off by you. And that's why I say a lot of these artists need to start coming for their fans, and not coming for them, but like telling them to chill. Like, chill out, calm down. At the end of the day, there are people that's gonna like Doechii. There's people that's gonna still like Nicki Minaj. I don't think that she's trying to take her nachos. I don't even think that, I think that she's just doing her thing. Let these girls do their things. I don't know, child. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, girl. Now, another thing that I wanted to get into, child, was Lizzo. Lizzo had definitely made she got a lot of people talking. Child. She's lost a lot of weight, as you can see here. Now, fans praised Lizzo for her drastic weight loss after she posted her progress on social media. Some people speculate that she's using Ozempic, while others say she looks beautiful, and now that she's losing the weight. Lizzo has always been beautiful, let's be very clear. We talked about this last week. I didn't really structure that conversation about it with her doing her album announcement, basically saying bye, bitch, to an era. Basically, people saying, oh no, she's saying bye to her fat self, and she's like embracing her new skinny self. Let me just tell y'all something. This is an age-old conversation that it just gets annoying every time we have conversations like this with different artists. Shout out to Lizzo, though. Shout out to Lizzo, okay? Because you was a baddie before and you a baddie now, okay? Lizzo was always pretty, okay? Lizzo was always pretty. You people are just shallow and fatphobic. That's all that is. Lizzo been a baddie. Lizzo knew she was a baddie when she was big, and she's a baddie now that she lost the weight. It increased the baddiness, okay? Y'all did this shit with Adele. I remember when Adele was losing weight, and the biggest conversation that people was talking about, like, oh my God, is her voice gonna change? Because scientifically speaking, if you can sing as a big person, like you probably can't sing as a skinny person because your vocal cords, they decrease and all this other bullshit like science. People were so weird about it. And then they were saying, oh my goodness, like sexualizing Adele now that she's skinny. It just really shows how shallow the world really is. And we had fossils like Funky Dineva basically saying that Lizzo never wanted to be big or never wanted to associate herself with the body positivity movement. And people was bringing up the whole body positivity, basically saying she's not a part of that no more. Let me tell you something. Body positivity is literally what you make it. The movement promotes the acceptance and appreciation of all bodies, regardless of size, shape, appearance. It encourages individuals to challenge the social beauty standards to embrace their bodies, who they are. If you want to work out, if you want to lose weight, do that. But if you want to do it at your own pace while still loving yourself, then you can do that too. And what a lot of people like to sit there and say about this body positivity movement, like it promotes unhealthy practices. Never did anybody in this movement ever say, eat as much McDonald's as you want. Eat as much junk food as you want. Don't work out. Don't pick up the dumbbell. You've never seen somebody in the movement say that. You've never seen it. They advocate for bigger people, bigger sizes, to love themselves. Because like at the end of the day, okay, some people can't control their weight. Some people they can, some people can't, due to brain power. If you're not going out and working out, or you have outstanding issues that keep you big, or you don't have the resources. You don't have the resources to get a gym membership or have the resources to eat healthy, because we know that healthy foods are more expensive and we're in a recession. You get what I'm saying? But to still love yourself in the skin that you're in, that's what it says. It's not promoting unhealthy lifestyles. The reason why they have bigger people in a lot of these athletic companies, branding, having them on billboards and stuff like that, and having campaigns for bigger people in different sizes, is because big people work out too. Big people we have workout clothes as well. And we want to just be a part of society, because we are a part of society. We are here at the end of the day. So I think that this whole notion that the body positivity movement it's promoting unhealthy, that's just not true. And I feel like you could still be a part of the body positivity movement and still be in your weight loss journey. I definitely feel like Lizzo is still a big advocate for body positivity. Just full stop. Okay. And I don't know. I mean, I think that she looks great. She looks really great. I think she's really happy. I think she's found a system that works. And I hope she comes back with the music that she comes back with is really good, because Lizzo is a really good artist. I do want to see her like step away from like people's like reacting to people's opinion on her. Because nobody likes a person that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, people don't like some people that complains about whatever. Like, you are a famous person, you know, people gonna talk about you today. That just is what it is. I just want to see her get into her music bag and do what needs to be done. This conversation is so annoying, but it's gonna be a conversation for the foreseeable until they stop talking about it. And I love how she's been reacting to it. She's not been reacting to it. She has just been doing her thing and just continuing to post what she wants to post about and doing what she does. More power to her. You people are weird, but you know, that's just the way the world works, child. The world is very shallow. Okay. One other topic I wanted to get into before I get up out of here. Dr. Umar. I really don't have him on my radar, but he did stir a really, really big conversation. Basically, Dr. Umar claims that the Obama administration pushed the LGBTQ community agenda in the Black community, and talked about how Black men did not vote for Kamala over the e-feminization, whatever that means. Okay, take a look at what he had to say.
One of the reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the Black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we we would have rejected him.
Of course.
If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
You could only normalize that through a black man. Obama was made president to make it normal. When Barack Obama became president, homosexuality was not a mainstream issue, nor was it accepted as a mainstream alternative to the traditional family.
I gotta look at
By the time he left office in 2008, they were completely running everything.
Was
and
that
if
the
you
year?
even disagreed with, I'm gonna give you an example.
It is.
I do a lot of
right.
graduation speeches, right? At the June.
Okay.
Elementary school, middle school, high school. I normally do about 20 graduation speeches a season.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When Barack Obama was president, I might have did 5. It dropped significantly. Schools who I normally did their commencement, they was calling me up, Dr. Umar, we can't have you speak this year. Why? The LGBTQ say you don't agree with them. You can't speak. I said, but this is a graduation speech. This ain't politics. This is motivation. Get ready for the rest of your life.
Right.
What does LGBT got to do with my 10-minute speech motivating these 12th graders to make sure you do well in college?
Right.
Well, we have LGBT teachers and they're saying you're insensitive and you're homophobic. So I saw how not agreeing with the lifestyle could limit your opportunities in life. You had people getting fired from jobs, not for pushing hate, because I don't agree with hate.
Right.
I don't agree with the lifestyle. But I don't want harm for any human, no matter what their situation is.
That's the way to do it.
But the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said, to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against me.
Right.
You don't want us to work. You want us to be shot, killed, made. We never said that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We just said we don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right.
But they turned it into a whole campaign against anybody who disagreed with it. And that's another reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black men, because they got tired of the effeminization. And then they took it to Africa. Obama started it. He went to Africa. He went to Liberia. He went to Rwanda, a couple other places. He said, if you don't legalize gay marriage, we cutting off your aid. Now, mind you, this is the oldest civilization on earth.
And I'm gonna stop you here, child, because we going into other people's countries and telling them how to conduct business. Anyway, what you just saw here is what you call an anecdotal experience. So you got denied speaking at school engagements, commencements, or whatever because of those damn gays. Those goddamn gays, they stopped you. They stopped your bag. So basically your shortcomings in life is because of other walks of life cannot handle you, right? That's basically what you're saying. And you see how he tries to make his problems everybody else's problem. You stopped doing, or they stopped having you do engagements because of your apparent homophobic rants that you did back in the day. He's definitely calmed it down over the years, but in the beginning, he was definitely big on, no, we can't do this. Y'all wrong. I don't agree with the lifestyle. It's one thing. And at the end of the day, we don't care about the agreeing or disagreeing of one's lifestyle, one's choices in life, and this, that, and the third. But let's be clear. You are not for all black people. And that's why I call him of the black community. This is a man that only cares about one aspect of the black community, and that is the black straight man. And let's be clear, I didn't forget about that anti-black women's rhetoric that he did with Kamala's campaign. Him saying that, black men rejected Kamala because of the effeminization, whatever that means. My whole thing is, and I thought that was messed up, to how during her campaign, she only had 4 or 5 months to really campaign to become the president. And you went on a whole media circuit, to basically explain and debate on whether she's not a good fit for this role, and then she put away a lot of black men back in the day, back when she was an attorney general, this, that, and the third, like stuff a lot of black men would like to sit there and say. If you don't want to vote for her, you don't get involved. But it's when you speak out and you speak to your community and your base and they fall in line. Because let's be very clear, if you actually gave a crap about the black people, you will understand that the black working class is not going to survive and is not going to thrive in this administration. They probably would have had a better chance of Kamala, but that's here nor there. I have reason to believe that. No, you're just repulsed by the idea of a black woman leading the country. And that's why I say that you only are in support of the black straight man. And do you notice how he's so silent about this current administration. Like, you said nothing. You have all the smoke for Democrats. You have all the smoke for LGBTQ people. You have all the smoke for everybody else. Sometimes he be coming for black women. But you don't have smoke for this administration that's literally destroying this country. I just don't understand it. And we find ourselves talking about Obama. This man has not been in office since 2016. It's almost 10 years since he's been in office, and his Disney is still in y'all mouths. I find that humorous. But if you forgot Obama's contributions to black people, let's get into it. Let's not talk about the unemployment rate, child. Back in 2009, black unemployment rate was at 16.8%, largely due to the Great Recession. By the time he left in 2017, it dropped to 7 point. Okay, let's keep on going. We could talk about the criminal justice reform. Obama signed a Fair Sentence Act in 2010, which reduced the sentencing gap between crack and powder cocaine offenses, a policy that disproportionately harmed black communities. The healthcare, the Affordable Care Act, the Obamacare, like people like to say, it expanded healthcare access, reducing a rate for black Americans, 19% in 2010 to 11% in 2016. The Pell Grant expansions, increasing federal Pell Grants, making higher education more accessible to black students. The civil rights issues. Come on. My Brother's Keeper initiative in 2014, a membership that developed programs aimed at the improvement outcomes of black men. Obama did a lot of that. That's just a small, minute examples that I'm giving y'all, but that's what Obama did. And what you have done is blame gay people, that damn cult that you call a straight boys only school never really came to fruition. Okay, let's be very clear on that. Your shortcomings have nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with Obama. It has nothing to do with the Democrats or wherever you stand politically. Because like quiet as this cap, I think he's a silent Trump supporter. Oh, he would definitely do business with Trump if given the opportunity. He would definitely. I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't care how crazy I sound right now. He is a silent Trump supporter. The moment that if that man give him a goddamn grant for that damn school, he gonna be singing till the cows come home. Okay? He does not care about the community. He only cares about one part of it. Him and people that are like-minded. That's not pro-black. To me, that's not pro-black. To be pro-black, you gotta be pro-all black. Okay, that means black queer people, black trans people, black women. He's not for that. He's not for that. And he's dividing this community. He's dividing this race because we'll get people like this, like on site. Sorry to come for on site. But y'all post these clips on your platforms and the black people in the comments will sit there and go back and forth and we'll argue back and forth. I hear some people like, oh, he's saying this, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. This, that, the third, this agenda. And we got people arguing back and forth. That's how we stay divided. When we keep on fighting each other. And that's why I can never get down with this man. This man is not, he's the great deceiver of the black community. And I said what I said. And we are done with this episode. I am about to get up out of here, child. I got to edit this thing, put this thing together, make sure it's good for Monday. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will see you guys next week, okay?